We good? Let's go.
All right, Coach. Just starting off, just what were your overall thoughts on how y'all played, how y'all fought back, and had a shot at the end?
Well, things they did, we knew they were going to do. Transition defense, take away the points they got in their transition, and do that every game. Every team has got to do it because that's what they're known for, is pushing it in transition. Extremely quick guards, physical guards, experienced guards. And it was a game where they started out tougher, more physical, guarding us. And we hung in there. We battled. I thought Caleb Pointer almost single-handedly won the game for us. I didn't feel like two of our starters came ready to play today, and they need to look themselves in the mirror and ask themselves why you can't win on the road without everybody doing something good. We kept them under 39.9% from the field, but we just couldn't get back in transition defense early in the game. But we battled to keep it close, and they made one more bucket, or not really one more bucket. We made 4 more buckets than they did, but they won by a point, and we get to play them again in a couple of weeks, and hopefully we'll learn from it.
Yeah, I think I heard on the broadcast y'all had led at the end of the first quarter in 14 straight games, something like that. It looked like their physicality early on kind of bothered y'all's guards. Just how did y'all kind of handle that, and what did you see early on there?
Well, I thought it did too. I thought at all positions, actually. It's just more visible because of guards having the ball in their hands. But yeah, they were much more physical, and you just either respond or you don't. And sometimes I can preach and go over things and tell them things, but you got to go experience it. But we've got to get back on that plane, head home, learn from it, and get ready for a completely different Arkansas team.
Coach, you were talking about those couple starters that you thought weren't ready to play. I don't need you to tell me who, but can you just elaborate? Do you think it was something prior to the game that had them not focused?
No. I think it was the flow of the game. No. Those kids, every kid wants to do good. Listen, there's no issues, nothing like that. It's just through the course of a game, whether you think you didn't get a call, whether you think you did get a call, you can't get too high or too low. This game is too fast. And, it was just, I said before the game, the perimeter play was going to wash itself out. Both teams have great perimeter play. I thought the team that was going to win was going to be the team that had a post player that scored more than anybody else. And if you look, Jordan Merritt, their 4 player, had 16 points. So it kind of, and the girls know this. I said this, to the post players last night. If you look at their 2 guards that do all the scoring, that's a hard matchup for us. So we have to match that on the perimeter. But where I thought maybe we could really have an advantage was at the post. And we just didn't get any consistent scoring at the post from 4 players. I had to actually go small a lot of the second half in the last quarter because of transition defense, not getting back in transition.
With Caleb Pointer having, I think, if I'm not mistaken, she had a career high today in points. But I mean, did you just in the flow of the game say, hey, we're not getting the support that we need or she need, and she took over, or was that a conscious effort on your part?
A little of both. Get the ball in the hands of your best player, the player that's, all SEC, and we tried, as best we could, but you can't play this game by yourself. And I thought that Florida had more production offensively. They had 3 kids in double figures. We had 1. You just can't do that. We turned the ball over 19 times. You can't do that. You've got to have production from multiple people when you play a team that scores a lot of points. Florida scores a lot of points, but they also give up a lot of points. Florida gives up a lot of points, and they did today. I mean, they gave up basically what they score, 73 and 72. I think they score 75 and they give up 75. So I thought our defense was not very good. Even though we held them to 39-9, I thought our transition defense was not very good, and we've got to get better. Cherry was a non-factor in the second half. I hardly played her. I gave her another chance to go back in, We're battling out here. We need everybody to have their chin up and ready to go.
As we got time for a couple more questions.
How would you assess Autumn Newby's return today?
Well, it was good to see her. I thought she did what Autumn does. She rebounded the ball. She had double figure rebounding. I think she had 11. She did what Autumn does. And we just got to keep her healthy, and we got to get the other ones back on track. And this was a difficult game for some of them to play in because of speed and quickness and up and down the floor. The next game against Arkansas, guys, will be a difficult game for post players to play in because they're going to have to go guard the 3.
Ryan Payne gave y'all a boost off the bench, 4-7 shooting. Just what did you see from her, and what have you liked from her throughout conference play?
Well, Ryan is our 4th guard that gives us speed and quickness. I actually thought she did the best job defensively when we were able to make them execute in a half court of getting on Smith's left hand. I thought she did the best job. She didn't let her just get down in the paint all night. What we have to continue to work with Ryan on is she doesn't know if she's at the point. She doesn't know if she's at the 2. She doesn't, it doesn't flow smoothly when Ryan goes in on what position she needs to play. She took a bad 3 there when we were up 1. I can't remember the time on the clock, but it wasn't winding down. Those are things where you don't want her to be gun shy, but you just want her to understand we can get that shot anytime. Let's get to the rim.
Last question, if there is one. All right, guys, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, guys. We'll get this sent out as soon as we can.
Appreciate it, Grant.